Hello guys, yeah. So this is the third part in the calculus, the differentiation. Let's continue the differentiation. So what did we learn previously? Say for example, if an equation is like this, y is equal to x to the power of n, the differentiation of y with respect to x is going to be
n times x to the power of n minus 1.
n times x to the power of n minus 1. Okay. So if y is equal to n to the power of x, where n is some constant. If that is the case, so then in that case dy by dx is going to be, what is the formula for this?
N to the power of x ln n.
N to the power of x ln n, log n, you can say. Okay. ln means it's a natural logarithm where the base is always e. E is a Euler's number. E is a Euler's number. So the value of e is going to be 2 point something. Okay. I don't remember. Yeah, that's fine. And you also know the chain rule. For example, if y is equal to square root of 1 minus x square, if you have to differentiate it, the very first thing that you have to do is you have to put it in the exponent form. Okay, the powers and exponent form. How can you write this one?
1 minus x square whole to the power of
Isn't it?
half.
Y is equal to 1 minus x square whole to the power of
1 by 2.
1 by 2. Okay, now this is in the exponent form. This is the base and this is the power. Okay, so now you can differentiate it. Okay, there are two formulas you need to use. The very first one is this one and also the chain rule. Okay, so if you apply this one, the power will come here, isn't it? Power will come here, 1 minus x square. The power is reduced by 1. So half minus 1. How much is it? Half minus 1.
Half minus 1 is minus 1 by 2.
Minus 1 by 2. And then
2x.
And then what?
Minus 2x.
And then you differentiate the inner
part, the inner function. What is the inner function here? 1 minus x square. So if you differentiate it, what is the differentiation of 1?
Minus 2x.
Differentiation 1. 1.
0. Differentiation of 1 is 0. 0 minus, what is the differentiation of x square?
2.
Differentiation of any constant is 0.
2x.
Minus 2x. Okay. So if you further simplify it, it's going to be 1 minus x square whole to the power of minus 1 by 2. So what is the value of this one? The simplified form of it? What can we write here?
Just minus 2x.
Minus 2x. Okay. Is there any simplification possible here? Further simplification? Two and 2 gets cancelled.
Yeah.
Okay. So
1 minus x squared.
1 minus x square whole to the power of minus 1 by 2
times x.
Times
X.
how about minus?
Minus x.
Minus x. 1 minus x square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay. So this can be written as, if you want, minus x into, this can be written as 1 by 1 minus x square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Isn't it?
Yeah.
The same thing? Did you understand? Okay. Okay, the same thing, you can also write it as 1 minus x square. Did you understand or you want me to explain? You understand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the simplified form. Or else maybe you can remove this one also here and you can put minus x by square root of 1 minus x square. Okay. So this is the chain rule. Chain rule as in, like, you consider this part as some u. Okay. Then you differentiate that with respect to y and then differentiate, you differentiate that with respect to u and you differentiate the inner part with respect to x. Okay, there are two differentiations we have to do. This is one differentiation and this is the differentiation of the inner part. Okay, so if you further simplify it, you got it like this. Okay, so what is the differentiation of, say, for example, y is equal to sin x? What is the differentiation of dy by dx?
Cos x.
Cos x, yeah. Sin x becomes a cos x. Cos x becomes a
Minus sin x.
minus sin x. And how about tan x?
Tan x.
Secant square x.
Secant square x, yeah. Secant square x. Okay, so those are three things that you need to remember. And the remaining things you can generate, you can derive it yourself. Okay, you don't have to remember the secant x,
Cot x.
cot x, and cosecant x. Okay, so it is cos x. dy by dx is cos x. Say if y is equal to cos x, then the differentiation of y with respect to x is minus sin x. Okay, yeah. Okay, again, if y is equal to tan x, then dy by dx is equal to secant square x. Okay, say for example, if y is equal to 5 sin 2x. Okay, what is the differentiation of y with respect to x? What is dy by dx?
Cos.
Okay, dy by dx, you can also, in the book it is also written as, referred as y dash. Y dash is nothing but a dy by dx. Okay, differentiation of y with respect to the variable on this side. What is the variable here on this side?
X.
X. X is the variable, yeah. So what is the differentiation of y with respect to x here?
It is 5.
5 is a constant, you can put it aside.
Yeah.
Okay, and sin x, what is the differentiation of sin 2x?
It is cos 2.
Cos 2x. Cos 2x. Is that all? Are we done?
And multiply by like sin.
And then differentiate this inner part.
Differentiate.
Inner
Yeah.
function. What is the differentiation
Tan
of 2?
x. What's the inner function?
What is the inner function here?
Is it just 2x?
2x. What is the
Why
differentiation
not
of 2?
5?
5 is a constant for everything. We are putting this constant. If there is some constant coefficient which is multiplying this function, we are putting it aside. We are putting it to the left. You don't have to consider. For example, y is equal to k into x to the power of n. In such case, where k is a constant, n is a constant. What are we doing here in this case? What is dy by dx? Keep constant aside. And then do the differentiation of it. Okay, these are not multiple functions. There is no inner function or like that. Okay, keep k here and differentiate x to the power of n. So if you differentiate x to the power of n, you will get n x to the power of n minus 1. Same is the case here. 5 is some constant coefficient. 5 is a coefficient which is constant. In such case, keep it aside. Keep it aside and then do the differentiation of it. What is the differentiation of sin 2x? Speak up.
Cos 2x.
Cos 2x. And then, is that all?
And then differentiate 2x.
Differentiate 2x. What is differentiation of 2x?
X.
2. 2.
2. How
Okay.
is it 2?
2x. What is the differentiation of 2x? Okay, let's do it. Y is equal to 2x. What is dy by dx? 2 is the constant coefficient. Keep it aside.
Yeah.
What is the differentiation of x? It is 1.
1. Oh
2
yeah.
into 1 is 1. 2 is 2. dy by dx is equal to 2.
Yeah.
Okay. It is 2. So what next? How can you further simplify it? Is it 5 cos
5
4x?
cos
10.
5 cos 4x.
That's incorrect. Totally incorrect.
No.
Okay, this is the multiplier which is multiplying this whole of it.
10 cos 4x.
10 cos.
4x.
Why 4x again?
2 times 2.
Then why? How did you get 10 here?
2 times 5.
Okay. 2 times 5. So this 2 is multiplying this and also this one. Huh?
That's what you said, right?
Huh?
It's multiplying the
2
whole thing.
cos. 2 cos.
2x.
Oh, it's
This
just
will
multiplying
multiply.
5. Just multiplying 5.
This is a multiplication. How? See, 5 into 2 into 3. What is this 3 multiplying? Is it multiplying 2 or is it multiplying 5?
It is.
They are all getting multiplied. The
Uh,
same thing goes here. This is 5 is one thing, cos 2x is another thing, 2 is another thing.
okay.
Whichever you can multiply, you multiply it. Okay,
Okay.
5 and 2 you can multiply it, put 10, and
Yeah.
cos 2x anyway it's a trigonometric
Because
function.
5
you
and
leave it
2
like
are constants.
5 and 2 are constants.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, to get some acquaintance, by looking at the function, you should be able to tell. Say, for example, 5x squared. What is the differentiation of it? Practice it yourself.
5 times 2x, 10x.
10x. Okay. Say y is equal to minus 2x. What is the differentiation of it?
Ma. It is ma.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. Okay. Y is equal to minus x squared. What is the differentiation of it?
Is the same thing.
Minus
Wait,
2x.
Minus 2x.
Minus 2x, yeah.
Okay. So y is equal to minus 6x cube.
6. Wait, try. No, 6 means now.
What is the differentiation of it?
Minus 18 x square.
Minus 6 times 2x squared.
No.
No.
Minus 6 times 3x squared.
3x squared.
The
Yeah.
power will come as a
Yeah.
multiplier here.
Minus 6 times 3x squared.
Yeah, minus 18x squared. Minus 18x squared. Okay. Okay, so now you learned this differentiation of sin x is cos x. This is something that you need to remember. For example, if you need to find out the differentiation of secant x. For example, y is equal to secant x. How do you differentiate it with respect to x divided by dx? So the way
Secant.
how you should derive it yourself is, it's hard to remember. It's hard to remember. The way how you can do it yourself is, right?
Secant x is
Secant x is
1
1 by cos x.
by cos x.
Then you apply u by v rule. Okay, if a function is in the form of u by v rule, then you can differentiate it.
V
What is the formula
times-
for u by v?
V
Say y
times
is equal to u
difference.
by v, where u is a function of x and v is a function of x. If that case, dy by dx is equal to v into du by dx minus u into u multiplied by dv by dx by v square. Okay, the same rule you apply here. The same formula you apply here. So it's going to be cos square x. It is not cos x square. U square. What is cos x into cos x?
Cos squared x.
Cos square x.
Why is it not cos x squared?
So if it is like this, okay, usually one rule of thumb is that the angles will never be multiplied inside.
Okay.
Okay, the rule of thumb. Okay, it's a very bad notation. Very bad notation. People usually don't refer. If somebody wanted to refer, they can still refer it. Say this. Okay, mathematically it is correct. This is sin 30 square. What does it mean? Sin 900. That means it is a sin 900.
It is sine square 30.
No, it is not. What is sin square 30? Sin square 30 is, see, there is a difference here. This is sin 900. Okay, which we don't know the value. Maybe you can plot it and you can figure it out. 900, what is the value of 900? Sin 900. Or put it in calculator. This one here is, what is sin 30? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 whole square, which is 1 by 4. Okay, to find out the sin 90, you need to plot this sine graph and then figure it out. Okay, this is 360, this is 720, and this is 720 plus 180. And then you figure it out, like at what point this is coming, and the value of it you can figure it out. Okay. Okay. Usually the notation is that people don't, square the angles inside. Usually the notation. Okay, if somebody wanted to write it, they can write it. There is no harm. Okay, mathematically it is correct. Technically it is correct. Okay, now what is the formula here? Cos x. Tell her. Speak out.
Cos
Yeah.
x
And the
times differentiation of 1 is 1. Sorry, 0.
0. The differentiation of any constant is 0.
So
What is the differentiation of 0?
0.
0. Yeah.
So that will be 0 minus
Minus 1. What is the
times
differentiation of cos x?
1 times
Sin x.
No,
minus sin
minus sin x.
Minus sin x.
Minus sin x. Okay, now how can we further simplify?
Next is 0.
Is it 0?
cos x times 0 is 0.
0. Yeah.
0.
So what is 0? Is it multiplying x or is it multiplying cos x?
Cos x.
Cos x, yeah. It is multiplying cos x.
Zero.
Okay, anything multiplied by 0 is 0. Okay, so if it is multiplying x, then what will it become? Cos 0, which is 1. That is not correct here. Okay, if I put a bracket here, that means this, the value of this one and this one is getting multiplied. It's not multiplying the inside part. Okay, the angle of cos.
minus.
It is not multiplying. Okay, 0. And then what is the
Minus
That is plus.
minus sin x. Minus plus sin x.
plus sin x by
Cos squared x.
Cos square x. So further simplification.
Sin
So
x by cos squared x.
sin x by cos square x. How can we further simplify it?
We can write cos as
You can write cos as,
Cos x into cos x.
very good, yeah, cos x into
cos
cos
x
x.
and cos x.
So sin by cos, what is the value of it? Sin by cos?
Sin by cos is
1.
tan, yeah.
Oh,
Tan x,
tan and into
1 by cos x, that's
which is equal to
secant
secant x.
secant x.
Okay, so this is the
Uh,
so this is the differentiation of secant x. Similarly, you can produce for any
cot
other three trigonometric
secant
functions. You can figure it out
cosecant.
because the same way. Okay. For example, you know the formula of it. Okay, so now we derived it. Secant x, the differentiation is tan x into secant x. So now you know that the differentiation of secant x is secant x into tan x. So if you have to differentiate secant 2x, 5 secant 2x,
yeah.
then how do we
It is
differentiate it?
like that.
dy by dx is equal to
5,
5, which is constant coefficient. You can keep it
5.
aside. 5 and secant 2x is,
And x into sec x.
what is the differentiation of secant 2x? The formula is
2
here.
tan x times secant x.
Hmm?
2 whole tan x times secant x. Like it's multiplied.
It's multiplying tan 2x into secant 2x.
Oh.
Secant
okay.
2x, what is,
Two.
see, secant x differentiation is this one.
So you write 2
Secant 2x.
times.
Hmm?
2 times. Like tan 2x times secant 2x.
Yeah, tan 2x. Isn't it? Secant x, the differentiation is this one. And secant 2x
Tan.
differentiation is going to be tan 2x,
And secant 2.
secant 2x. And
Then 2.
And then
Then
and then what?
Multiply
then-
by 2.
Multiply by
2.
It's just differentiation of 5 secant 2x, right?
5 secant 2x, yeah?
That's the differentiation.
Is that all?
Can you multiply 5 times 2?
5 times 2.
5 and 2.
Yeah, we can multiply. 5 times 2 or 10. 5 multiplied by
10.
2 is 10.
10 tan x. Sorry, tan 10x.
10?
Tan x.
Where did you get tan x?
5 times 2.
This and this you multiply.
Can you multiply those?
How can this going to work like that?
Can you multiply 5 and 2?
In general, you can multiply 5 and 2, but what is the need of multiplying 5 and 2 here? Is this correct method? Is this correct approach?
Yes.
First of all, is the differentiation is all, no, that's utterly wrong. Okay, 5 multiplying this 5 and 2x is utterly wrong. Okay, you should never do that. The value of it is some ratio. Okay, this is whole thing is going to give you some ratio. Okay, you should not multiply the coefficient here with the angle here.
We can write tan as 1 by. We can write secant as 1 by cos. 1 by cos 2x.
1 by cos 2x. Okay, what is the use of it? Again, the same thing you will get. The
Yeah.
previous step only you will get it. But I'm saying, like, is the differentiation over here? No. What else we need to do?
Inner function.
Bracket.
Inner function. What is the inner function?
5.
What is the inner function here? 5, huh?
No, 2x.
5 or 2x?
See, 5 is a constant coefficient, which you should keep it aside. Are you understanding? I'm saying
then just
constant,
2x.
you keep it aside. Anything if you are multiplying like this, if you come across some constant coefficient, you can keep it aside. Like you don't have to do anything. 5 as it is, you keep it here. Forget about it and then. Okay, and then forget about it. And if there is a possibility of multiplication, you do it at the end. We just focus on this only. Just focus on this part. I'm saying again, this is constant coefficient. This is one function of x, wherein we have some coefficient for secant 2x. What is the coefficient? 5, which is constant. In such case, keep this constant coefficient aside and you focus only on secant 2x, differentiation of secant 2x. Don't confuse yourself as 5 as inner function. Okay, 5 is a constant coefficient. You should keep it aside.
Times 2.
Okay, so times 2. You put this as in bracket.
Then 5 times 2.
5 times 2. Put this as a bracket so that you won't mix up this 2x and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
Now you
10.
multiply 5 and
10.
2, 10.
10 tan 2x
And
secant
secant 2x.
2x.
Okay, so that is the answer. Again, you're not getting fluent. Okay, we'll do one more thing. Okay, y is equal to 15 cos square 5x square. Okay, of course it is a bad notation. Usually the angles inside will not be squared, but of course it is a bad notation, but still I gave it here, whether you're able to do it or not. Yeah, so dy by dx. What is dy by dx?
15 times.
15 times. Okay, you kept it aside. Forget about 15. Nothing to worry.
2 times. Times.
Sorry?
And
Sorry?
times.
Minus
Okay, minus.
Sine 5x square.
Minus a sine 5x square. Very good. Yeah.
And then
the differentiation of 5x.
And then differentiation of 5x square. What is differentiation of
5x squared. Yeah.
And next
10x.
10x? Yeah, very good. Yeah. Put this in bracket again. Okay, so that you won't mix up this.
And then
this angle and this.
150x.
Minus, sorry. Yeah, minus is there. 150x. And then sine 5x square. Okay. Again, don't multiply this and this.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, you need to keep it outside. Okay, the coefficient here will never multiply the angle here. Okay, if somebody says what is the value of 2 sine 30, that is not equal to sine 60. Okay, never do that. Okay, it's not sine 60. Okay, so this thing you should be able to differentiate it. What is this constant coefficient? How to deal with it? Keep it aside and forget about this 15 till the end. Okay, at the end, if there is a possibility of some multiplication, if you come across another constant here, then you multiply it. Otherwise, you just leave it like that. So we come across a 10 is the constant here again. So there is a possibility of multiplying 10 and 15. That's why you did it. And then you focus only this part. Okay, so same thing. I'm just tweaking a little bit. 15 cos square 5x. So what is the differentiation of it?
15 times.
Okay, dy by dx 15 times. Okay, 15 you kept it aside. Yeah.
minus sine
Sine
squared 5x. Sorry.
Oh, it's only square.
No.
Sorry. Is 5x is 5
Maybe
minus sine
No,
Five
don't
x.
go with
TX.
the cos x differentiation directly. This is something in the power of x to the power of n. Bring
Oh,
this
yeah.
to
2 times
cos
cos
5x.
5x. Oh yeah.
Okay?
So there is a difference between cos squared 5x and cos 5x squared.
Exactly, yeah. Cos square is, this is something in the form of x to the power of n. 2
Yeah.
cos x,
Five.
cos 5x, okay, as it is. And then, what do you have? No, no.
Oh yeah, then
Cos 5x is there.
minus sine.
No, cos 5x is there. For which?
Yeah.
Minus sine 5x.
So cos
Minus
5x is the
sine 5x.
inner function.
Cos 5x is inner function. Yeah. Minus sine 5x.
Sine 5x.
And then
Why is
then
why is cos 5x the inner function, and in the previous question it's just 5x squared?
sorry, the previous one. 5x square is
The inner function.
because this is all one function. 5x square is one function. Okay. You understand? Cos some angle here. So for which the differentiation is minus sine that angle. Okay. And then this part you differentiated, which you got 10x. Here the difference is x to the power of n. So n into x to the power of n minus 1. What is x? N minus 1, 2 minus 1, which is 1. Cos 5x. And then the inner function is, the next inner function is cos 5x. The cos 5x differentiation is minus sine 5x. And then one more inner function is there. 5x. When you differentiate it, you will get 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So now how can we simplify here? What are the constants that gets multiplied? Teshni. What are the values that gets multiplied here?
5, 15,
Starting one
5,
on the last
15,
5, 15.
15,
Hmm.
and 5.
15 and 5, okay. And then
And
15 is 75.
Sorry, in 2 cos 5x, can 5 and 2 get multiplied?
Can 2 and 5x. That's
Yeah.
what I explained previously.
Yeah, can you multiply them? 5 and 2.
That is what I explained. It cannot be multiplied. This is a.
Then is that the answer?
Hmm?
Is that the answer then?
Can you simplify it further?
You can just do 15. Sorry.
15.
5 and 15.
15.
How about 2? 2 also
Yeah,
can be multiplied.
You said it should not be multiplied.
These things can be multiplied, but you don't multiply this one with 5x. Okay, you don't multiply this one with 5x. You don't multiply this one with this 5x. This 5x is associated with only the sine. This 5x is associated with the cos. Okay,
But then
this is
2
all
is
together.
associated. 2 is associated with cos 5x.
No, this is multiplication. 2
Oh.
is multiplying this one. 15. This
And
is
you
all
have to
multiplying.
put
This is a continuous multiplication.
multiplication symbol between 2 and cos 5x.
You don't have to put it. If somebody says 2 sine theta, what does it mean? What does it
We
mean?
think that 2 belongs to sine theta. 2
Two-
is associated to.
2 is multiplying sine theta. Whatever is the value of sine theta gets multiplied with 2.
So here theta is like 5x.
Theta is a 5x.
Oh, okay. So theta is associated with sine.
Cos. Theta is
Yeah.
associated with the cos
Cos.
here. This theta, assume this 5x is theta, this is associated with the sine. Now, how can we further simplify it here?
15 times 2 times 5.
15 times 2 times 5, which is 150,
30.
I think. 150.
30 times 5.
150.
Yeah.
And then
Cos 5x.
cos 5x. And then
Minus
minus
sine.
sine 5x. If you bring minus here,
Sine 5x.
it will be 5x.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. You need to practice a lot. I know it's a bit confusing, but it's not that difficult if you practice. Okay, so you need to distinguish like what are the chains involved there. How many chains are there?
Yeah.
Say for example here there are 3 chains here. This is first thing. It is in the form of x to the power of n. Second thing, cos x is another function which you can differentiate it. When you differentiate it, you got minus sine 5x, and then 5x is another inner function. There are 3 functions. Okay, 3 chains are there. One is x to the power of n, another one is a cos, other one is a 5x, the angle of cos, which is 5x. Okay, okay. So before we wrap, I'll just quickly. There are 3 formulas associated, which you need to learn. Okay. Okay. So y is equal to sine theta. What is theta? If you bring sine to the other side, how is it going to be?
It is
Theta. I just want to.
Is this differentiation?
oh
No,
wow.
it's not a differentiation.
I-
If you bring
I-
sine to the other side,
Is it y by sine?
y by sine, no. What is the value of sine? It does not have any value. Without an angle, sine is just a word. It's a
Okay.
vulgar word, I would say. Okay?
It's a bad word.
It's a bad word. Okay, the sine will never exist alone. Without an angle,
Then
the
how
value
can
of sine
how
is
can you
nothing.
leave
Is
theta the other
meaningless.
side?
Hmm?
How can you leave theta then?
You need to bring, I want to write theta in terms of phi.
Og.
No.
But just now you said that theta can't be.
Sine inverse phi. Okay, this is a representation.
Just now you said that sine is not true. Sine theta is.
That sine inverse is there, that is why.
But there has to be theta besides sine.
This is, if it is inverse, it won't be angle, it will be a value, a ratio. Okay, I'll give you an example. What is sine 30?
1/2.
1/2. What is 30? If sine goes to the other side,
Sine
inverse
inverse
1/2.
1/2.
What is 1/2? 1/2 is a ratio. Okay. Beside every sine, there should be an angle. Beside every inverse function, inverse trigonometric function, there should be a ratio.
Okay.
Okay, there should be a ratio.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Mm.
Okay, that is one thing that you need to remember. Okay. So now here, this is an inverse ratio. Inverse function, sine inverse function. What do we have here? Y is a ratio. Isn't it? Y is sine theta. What is y? Y is the ratio, sine ratio. For an angle theta. For an angle theta. So that's how it works. If you wanted to take sine to the other side, it's going to be sine inverse. Similarly, cos, if you want to take it to the other side, it will be cos inverse. Tan, if you want to take it to the other side, it will be tan inverse. Okay. So for the inverse functions also, there are formulas. For example, if y is equal to sine inverse, for example, sine inverse x by a. Y is equal to sine inverse x by a. So what is x by a?
Sine.
It is not an angle.
Sine.
It's a ratio.
Ratio.
Y.
Some ratio. Okay.
Sine.
The value of.
Into y.
Sorry.
Sine into wow. I equal to x by a.
Sine into y. No.
No.
Okay. This is some ratio. Isn't it? Okay. This is not an
What's
angle.
the question?
So if you want to write it the other way, sine y is equal to x by a.
Yeah,
Sine y
that's
is equal
what
to
she
x by a.
said. That's what she said.
Sine y is equal to x by a. Okay, you said that way. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, the differentiation of this one with respect to x, where a is some constant. Okay, don't think it is something else. A is a constant, x is a variable. X is a variable. So the differentiation of dy by dx is 1 by, let's check. Okay, 1 by square root of a square minus b square. What? 1 by square root of a square minus b square. Okay, okay, repeat it again. What is the differentiation of sine inverse x by a?
1 by square root of a squared minus x squared.
A square minus
What's
x.
What's a?
A is a constant, some constant. Maybe
X is
2
also a
can be.
constant.
No.
No.
If it is a constant, if this one is constant. What is the differentiation of y?
It's 0.
0. Sine inverse that constant is again a constant.
What's x?
X is a variable with respect to which you are differentiating it.
And y is theta.
What is y?
Theta.
Y is a theta. Y is some angle. In this case, y is some angle. That angle you are differentiating with respect to x, with respect to some variable, which is part of the ratio. Okay. Now you know this formula. Now you tell me. Say if y is equal to sine inverse x. What is the differentiation of this one with respect to x? Sine inverse x. What is the differentiation of dy by dx?
1 I
1 by root.
1 square.
Root.
This is 1 squared minus x squared.
Exactly. Yeah.
1 minus x squared.
1 by root of 1 minus x square. Exactly. Yeah. 1 square is 1. Okay. Okay. So you need to learn in this format. So even if somebody gives like this, you can put
So
in
is
place of a, you can put it as a
So
1.
is that a formula?
This is the main formula. You need to remember this formula. Okay, if something there is no, like if it is not in the x by a format, you can put it as, you can think it as x by 1. Okay, like this. Okay, say this is differentiation of it. Say for example, if y is equal to cos inverse x by a, there is a little derivation. If you want, maybe we can discuss later on, but you need to remember this one first. Okay, sine inverse x by a, 1 by square root of a square minus x square. Say if y is a cos inverse x by a, the differentiation of y with respect to this x, y with respect to x is going to be 1 by minus 1 by a square minus x square. So it is same as this one only, but it's going to be minus 1 here. Same as the sine function only, the differentiation, whatever here we have now. 1 by square root of a square minus x square, the same thing, except here it's going to be minus 1. Okay, similarly, if y is equal to tan inverse x by a, okay, you need to put it as a bracket here so that this whole ratio goes into the inverse function of tan. Okay?
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you don't put it, there is a possibility that people may think like tan inverse x by a.
Is there a differentiation formula for
Yeah,
tan?
there is a differentiation formula dy by dx, which will be a by a square plus x square. Okay. Okay, these are the main formulas. This is a formula, this is a formula, and this is a formula. Okay, even if somebody gives like this without a, without by something, you can put it as 1. In place of a, put it 1 here. In place of a, you put it 1. Okay? Okay. Again, the same thing holds good, like the chain rule, UV rule, U by V rule, everything holds good here also. Okay? So let's practice one thing. So you know this formula, Okay, what is the cos inverse x by a differentiation with respect to x?
1 by root is a squared minus x
Minus
squared.
1.
Minus 1 by
What is tan? Tan inverse x by a?
a by a squared plus x squared.
A square plus x square. Okay? Okay. Say for example, y is equal to 15 tan inverse 3x by a. What is dy by dx?
It is a.
What is dy by dx?
Keep
15
15 aside. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Don't touch it.
aside.
Don't touch it. Okay. Just focus on this one.
a
by tan inverse. Yeah. A by
square.
What is a here?
A
By yeah.
a
A
a squared
plus
minus plus y it's plus
as
3x whole squared.
3x whole square, which is 9x squared.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And then
And then the differentiation of the inner function.
No,
inner function. Yeah, inner function you have to do.
Inner function is a 9x
It's not
squared.
x by a. It's 3x by a. So what is the differentiation of inner function?
equal to 3.
Is the inner
Equal to-
function 9x squared?
3,
9x
Three.
squared.
3.
What's the inner
3
function?
by a.
Yeah, equal to 3.
No. 3x by a. What is the differentiation of it with respect to x?
3.
3 by a is a constant. Constant.
3
x.
by a times 1
3 by a times
times 1.
times 1. 3 by a. Okay, it's not 3. Darling, yeah.
How?
It's 3 by a. 3 by a times 1 x. If you differentiate it,
Oh,
keep 3 by a as a
okay.
x differentiation
Yeah,
of 1.
but you can do like 3x and then a. No.
No.
Like. Oh,
Okay. A. Again, a is 1 by a. Keep it aside.
Hmm.
3x. What is the differentiation of 3x? 3.
3.
Okay. Okay. Now, is there any way that we can simplify the addition?
3a.
A can get
into
A gets
three-
cancelled, and any further
If-
simplification?
9x, wait,
three-
15 times 3,
3
Oh, which
into
is 45.
45 times
By
by a
x
squared
plus
plus
9x.
9x.
Yeah, this is the answer. Okay, this is all you need to do. Okay, the chain rule, u into v, u by v, and the one thing, x to the power of n, k into x to the power of n. The differentiation of that one, you need to know.
chain
Sin x
a.
differentiation, cos x differentiation. What is sin x
And-
differentiation? Sin theta differentiation
Minus cos theta.
minus
Sorry, cos theta.
cos theta. What is cos theta differentiation?
Minus sin theta.
With respect to what?
X.
X.
Theta.
Theta. Yeah, theta is x.
Theta is
or
x.
x.
Theta is a variable.
No.
No, but
Y is equal to sin theta. So what is the differentiation of y with respect to what?
the
dy by d theta. Okay. If it is x here, then
what
it is
if,
going,
if it is sin x?
then it will be dy by dx.
Yeah. So same thing.
Okay. So you said, I said differentiation of sin. What is it? Differentiation of sin theta. You said cos theta.
Oh,
With respect to what I asked?
Theta.
You should not say x.
Theta.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if it is this one, what is the differentiation of it?
A-
dy by dx.
One.
1 by
One.
square root of 1 minus x.
Minus.
1 minus or 1
x.
plus? 1 minus x.
Minus.
X square, yeah. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, we'll leave it here for today and we'll practice few more questions
Thank you.
next day. Yeah. Alright, thanks. Bye.